There we go. Sorry about that. Mild technical difficulties. Alright guys, it's me, the Panic MC. We're doing oven roasted raviolis. We're going to start with the knife work first. And then we'll get into that. I went ahead and pre-made dough. I will show you how to do that at the end of the stream. Because it does take about an hour. I mean, it's grandma style dough. There's millions of videos on how to do it. I recommend using a stand mixer because it was a pain in the ass. Taking all the inside rind off. Your favorite assortment of veggies. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this browning. I already have my pan preheated. This is marinated, mind you. Worcestershire, salt, pepper, garlic. Got that at a medium. We're going to turn it down just a little bit because the pan's already warm. I'm going to break it up. I'm actually going to hit it with a little bit more olive oil once I remember where I put it. It's over here. God bless the HEB. I miss you. I'm going to spray it so it doesn't stick so bad. Alright, back to the cutting board. So this is the dough I made. It's been chilling for about an hour. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do that here in a bit. Taking all the inside rind off this. And we want it nice and thin. This pepper wasn't really as good as I wanted it to be. But we are mincing this. If you have a food processor, use the food processor. But I like showing off my knife work.
I think you missed part of the middle chunk. And there's one more.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. Good look. It was still just attached a little bit. So while that meat is browning, we're coming up with the vegetables for it. I'm just using peppers and onion. The zucchini is for later. That's going to be a little bit trickier. I wanted to make zucchini noodles out of it, but I didn't find zucchini that was good enough for my press. So we're going to make kind of like a weird little zucchini chip. Makes sense if you don't think about it. So just don't think about it. Again, taking a ride. If you're not comfortable with a knife, move slow. You will end up like Chef Chico 701 when he immediately cut his finger on stream. Still hilarious. I do have more guest slots coming up when my friends come to visit. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've met a lot of wonderful people doing it. This is also, presumably, the last stream with Mrs. Panic as our camera lady. She will still be enjoying the meat. She will still be helping out with the stream, just be a little bit different. I want that thinner. Like I said, if you have a food processor, use it. Make your life easier. I don't like to when I do these because it gives me a little chance to kind of pat it and long it out. I should have had this already cut up, if I'm going to be fully honest. I'm only going to use one of these peppers. They didn't grow all that much.
They're not supposed to be that big of a pepper.
But it's fine. We're just adding color and a little bit of flavor. I'm going to show you how to make Alfredo sauce from scratch. Right now I'm in my own head about these zucchini chip things because I've never done it. I'm going to go stir that meat real quick. How's everybody doing? Anybody up in there?
There's 5 people watching, I think.
Hey guys, hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a great day. I filled out the paperwork for my second job. No, we are just browning this hamburger beef because it doesn't need to be cooked all the way because it's going to get wrapped in bread and then baked in an oven. Okay, I got the heat back up on that. So I always heat things at a high and then I cook on a medium. That one had just been chilling for a little bit longer. Pop these out of my way. Now we're going to get onto the onion. I'm only going to use half of this because it is not the star of the pasta. That would be the meat and the raviolis. Two ways to do this. You can do the trick where you leave the root on. It is not detrimental to the cause, though. And the reason we're doing the zucchini chips is because one of the members of my Discord mentioned that his community really likes stuffed zucchini, which is a great thing. And then my sister-in-law is vegetarian or vegan, so I wanted to do something with that because I noticed protein is the star of a lot of my dishes. Not that that's a bad thing, but it doesn't always have to be protein related. Questions, comments so far, my love?
Nope.
Okay. As long as we're all kicking it. Adding that in. We're just going to let that reduce down. Don't need to add any salt, pepper, or garlic to this because it's already in the meat. Have some out! Cats, man.
Yeah. There's that one.
Hmm?
Someone says, sweet ravioli.
Homemade. Which is probably where we're going next. Actually, I want to get these zucchini chips working. So, I'm only going to do one zucchini first because I think that's all I'm going to need. And this is where I'm breaking out biscuit. It's going to make it nice and consistent for me. And you just... Mine's starting to get a little dull. Oh well. I'll have to pick through. Be very careful with these things. They will fuck you up. There we go. I'm getting the technique back. I don't really use this all that often unless I'm making my bacon wrapped potato roses. We got a slice down. Yeah, that'll be plenty. No zucchini for the tom-tom. I don't think cats can have zucchini. Can cats have zucchini?
I don't know.
So we're gonna make like a weird sandwich with these. Yeah, I definitely only needed the one zucchini because I don't know if these are gonna work out for one thing. So put these back in there. We don't like to waste. Can do the same thing with the tomato slices that are going in it. Don't have to if you don't want to. I don't want to. But just so these things don't get too thick, nice and thin. I probably only need 1 or 2 tomatoes too. Move slowly. I only need the one. Move slowly but with determination, and you will be just fine. This is some eggplant that we were also gifted. I don't use a lot of eggplant, so I figured it'd be good. Testament. It's going to be the same thing. Yeah, we picked through a whole garden, so. Last but not least, mushroom. God bless my sister-in-law. We're being my guinea pig on this. First thing we're gonna do, I might need another tomato. How many we got here? Alright. So these we are gonna salt. Especially tomatoes because you want to dry them out. And it's going to add a lot of flavor to it. Back to this. It's starting to get nice and brown, getting all the juices together, homogeneous, and all that fun stuff. This is going to be the inside of our ravioli. I'm just going to smush it. Get these bigger clumps out of the way, but we are going to move it down to a low heat. Or you could totally remove it at this point. I do have my oven at 350 for this, because we are not boiling these raviolis. We are baking them. So now for the fun part. Yeah, other than the parts that I'm done with my knife work. So we're going to get these kind of stacked to similar size. We're going to start with our glue. I'm using Parmesan cheese, which I thought was shredded, but it's not.
There's some shredded stuff in the
I
fridge.
don't want to use that though.
Why?
Because I don't like this.
It's the same brand.
Oh, in the... Oh, okay. Well, this is already open too. We're just going to lay a little bit flakes on half of these. And we'll go down. And then top. Ooh, that's good. Love fresh tomatoes. This is an experiment. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just hoping it works. I did have a different plan originally. That plan went to shit and I couldn't find large zucchini. So we've got to get a little artsy with it. I just want it around the rim. Kind of like a zucchini pizza. This is also going to help, hopefully, glue this together. This has olive oil on it because I don't trust these. I've only ever used them once. And it is a bit larger than a pan that I need, but I think this is going to turn out just fine. Actually, you know what? I have a backup plan to make sure this works.
Toothpicks.
Yep.
Those are plastic, aren't they?
Yep. Where did we put the wooden ones?
In the silverware.
Silver? Just gonna hit him boom dead center. This is going with a Cajun Alfredo sauce. If these don't work, they'll still be eaten. Cajun cool like that. And actually, once they come out of the oven, we'll dust them with a little bit more parm so we get a nice golden brown. Okay, now we're on to the fun stuff. I need room. Let them cook. If you got sharp things in your way, be careful. This is the dough I made earlier. I am going to be rolling one of these out by hand, but when I give up, I do have my stand mixer because dough is not very fun to work with. We're going to divide this into fourths. Handy little spritzer here. And the recipe calls for 2.5 cups of water, or 2.5 cups of flour. I have a little bit extra in here because you want a floured surface. I'm just going to roll this into a ball. You have to knead these for like 5-10 minutes and let them rest for an hour. That's why I pre-made the dough beforehand. And like I said, when I give up, we're going right to that dough attachment.
What are you making again?
This is ravioli. Homemade dough. It's oven roasted rather than deep fried. I am going to switch it up now. Cool. Now we got flour on both sides. That is going to be fun enough. You want to be firm, but not too firm. And you kind of want to make a rectangle shape. And of course, give yourself plenty of area to work with. This is just your basic pasta dough. You can use this for all kinds of noodles. Actually, this wasn't too bad to do by hand. So, I think I might just do the other ones like that too. I'm going to split it right down this way and then fold over for it. My hands are already done up. I'm going to move that to a different area. It's already floured. I'm not worried about it sticking to itself or sticking to anything. A little bit more flour, my love. Thank you. Once you get this part done, you do need to let it dry out. You don't want to add so much flour that it starts getting clumpy, but don't be afraid because it being sticky is even worse.
Your one side's getting too thin.
Getting too thin right here. Gets too thin. Just pound that bad boy back there. If you have salmonella flour, sabalina, that one special kind of flour, it works really well to keep it from sticking. It's great for pizzas. I'm gonna check on those. Looking good, looking good. You don't have to bake these for like 10 minutes, and that's where we're gonna get to the point of showing you how to make the new dough. I have all the dishes to do after this because I got lazy over the weekend. So my wife's on delivery duty because it's her family. So it's a little bit trickier. If you put too much pressure, it's just going to swing right back. Breaking a sweat.
What are you making again?
Ravioli. I think it's on the title. Yeah, we got hamburger, ravioli with Cajun Alfredo sauce, and we have an attempt at zucchini ravioli, which didn't work out the way I wanted it to already. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Looks like a lemon. That'll be good. I don't think I perfectly got these in fourths. How's everybody's day? Hope you're doing
It's
good.
not too bad. Someone said they lost everything in Tula.
Oh shit.
Helene?
Yeah, I was reading about that. There's a video. Florida got hit with one hurricane, and a lot of people didn't go, which, I mean, in my opinion, go on the first one. But I get it, you don't want to leave, livelihood and belongings. Well, now, everyone's leaving because the second one's coming. And gas stations are running out of gas. They're like abandoning cars on the interstate. It's crazy. I feel so sorry for them. I wish there was something I could do to help. But we are way up here in North Dakota. And winter's kind of on its way. We got to get some prep work for that. Alright, we probably made a little bit too much filling, but that's fine because we're gonna fridge it and make a sandwich, do a less difficult pasta.
Marcus, what is the darker colored piece in your dough?
That guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. Could have been a piece of onion skin or something that was.
On the counter.
Yeah. These guys need to rest for 15 so they dry out. So I'm just going to spread them, give them room. Oh, I should have used the mixer. Just a little bit more. And then, what's next? We got the protein. Okay. Mixing bowl. In it goes. You notice we just browned the burger meat. It's about to get baked in an oven. I hope there's no Italians here. This is a weird bastardization of one of your dishes. Those are looking alright. They need more time, but they're looking alright. So now, for this guy. I've never got to use this guy. But my sister-in-law gave it to me. A little bit more pressure, maybe. Holy cow.
I think that's what you use when you double layer it, so it pushes it down the middle.
Could be.
Marcus. I don't
Could
think
be.
that's how you do that.
You're probably right. It's okay. Like it never even happened, right? I need a pair of tongs. I need a pair of tongs. Because that is still hot. We're just going to give this a nice thorough mixing. Get all the sauces, the juices, the fattiness incorporated together.
What are you making again?
Ravioli, my love. And actually, we're going to do these ones a little bit differently because I have another fun tool that could help. It's a special tool that'll help us for later. Woohoo!
The reason why I'm asking is there's a few people who ask.
Yeah, they're new to the party. It's all good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just going to line this side up.
You should make space in between. Space in between.
Amor, we're just going to line this side up for real quick. I'm not done yet. Oh, I'm done. I could just make a big-ass ravioli if I wanted to. Like a calzone with pasta sauce. Actually, that sounds pretty good. So then, now we're going to start spacing it out a little bit. That one's going to have a little too much. So we'll put you back. And we're gonna... This one's going to get a little fucky. I almost guarantee it. Spreading it out on the inside. Different tactic. This is my first time making homemade raviolis. I've made homemade pastas before, but yeah, essentially got a calzone right here. I'm gonna give this guy a try. Okay, well the good news is it's oven baked. So it doesn't have to be totally sealed. And we are just experimenting. What we can do now, if we do want it sealed, is we can separate this guy off, plant him right there. A little bit of water, just to kind of glue the dough on. I did say we were experimenting a few times now, right? This really should be broken down further. I don't recommend using this kind of... We're just gonna baking sheet these. We're just winging it at this point. Oh well. Worst things have happened, right? It'll still be delicious. You'll be next. You know what? Yeah. Oh well.
I should just slightly press it down so it makes the shape, and then you can just...
Not a bad idea. We might have a good one here, folks.
Why don't you use your square thing? Press down on it.
That's a really good idea. Good thinking, babe. Maybe. Hey, we're cooking with gas. These raviolis are a little bit larger than your typical set. I don't like wasting all this dough, but I don't really see a purpose for it.
Roll it together and make another.
We're good. This one might get a little funky. Always listen to your wife, kids. She knows a thing or two. Or what's the stupid freaking... Never question your spouse's choices because you were one of them. I hate funny shit like that. Alright. You know what? How many we got there, babe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah, 7.
Alright, 7's gonna be just fine. This will keep in your fridge for 3 days. Just ball it up, saran wrap it. I would do the same with this, but it's got the oil and the fats from the meat. So now we are looking for that Parmesan. Oh, that was the first one that I kind of cooked up. And that's just gonna go in the oven too. And the zucchinis are getting there. Right, Alfredo sauce. Heavy whipping cream, Cajun, Parmesan, and Italian. You don't need anything other than that. I'll ziplock that later. We are going to get this real hot. You need no butter for this, just the cream and the cheese. It'll be nice and thick. I'm actually going to wait about it because now that I'm thinking about it, those raviolis are going to need some time.
Why don't you make the dough?
Yeah, I'm going to get started on the dough. Takes like 10 minutes. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. All right. Guys, if you have a stand mixer, use the stand mixer for this. Cleaning up after myself. We're going to start with just a little bit of flour to get us going. Our waste. Right on the table. You're just going to make like a little volcano, right? This is grandma style. It is really only 3 ingredients. And that is eggs, flour, and a little bit of water. First thing, boom, large eggs, yolk with it. Not yolking around. I have excellent puns. It really cracked me up. Anyway, here's how you separate an egg really easy. Crack it, catch it. Just let that egg white. Might have to peel it off a little bit, but there you go. Now, you can use a fork. My hands are already kind of gooey. Just gonna hit a little bit of flour, start mixing that in. And then I'm gonna reach in and break all those yolks. Like I said, this will keep for 3 days in your fridge as long as you saran wrap it properly. It is a very runny mess. It is going to start out that way. You're gonna wanna push that liquid around and just try to hit it with all of your dry ingredients. If you have a stand mixer, I repeat, use the stand mixer. I brought that out in case I got lazy. Starting to get some emulsification. It's mainly on my hands. You just slime that off. Just hit it with the slime. It's starting to get there. Really need to push it all together. If you don't like gross things, wear gloves. It does get kind of gross. But it's starting to kind of get all that flour grabbed up. You can see that starting to make kind of a rough shape pretty easily. I want to get all this good stuff off my hands though. Wet your hands, pre-flour your hands, stuff like that. It'll make your life a lot easier. But I'm not a huge proprietor of the egg separation gadgets that my wife loves. And my sister-in-law loves to give me. The ridiculous one's a penguin that you separate it out with. The other one's a goldfish that you just suck the yolk out with.
One's technically a chicken.
That's a, oh, that was a penguin.
No. God, why is that weird?
That makes more sense with it being eggs.
Yeah.
But my sister-in-law loves penguins too, so it's not too far out of line. Okay. Starting to get to the point where it's coming together a lot easier and less is being pulled off my hands. Hit it with all the flour that's stuck on the bottom, start rolling that in, get all the bits that are flying off. Will you show them the perfectly good stand mixer?
That you're not using.
I
don't know why the whisk is in there, but you can probably
because I never took it out. But yeah, get a dough attachment. I think they come with one standard. All right. The weird part is the parts that are getting stuck to my fingers, since I'm like maneuvering them so much, are starting to like come perfect. All right.
It bothers me how you mix it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
You want me to mix it for you?
No, I got it. Such a gross noise. Got that ripping hot, turning it down to a medium, because that's how we do things here. All right. Now, this part Takes 10 minutes. I might need you to grab me a little bit more flour though, my love. It's on the counter. Get spinny with it. Actually, we might be okay. No, I think we're good.
You're sure you're fine?
Yeah, it's gonna need a little bit more water because I'm still picking up all the dry bits. Kyle, hurry up with that damn case. Yep, that tracks. Yep.
What? Wow, fall over?
Yep. Give us a second, guys. Perfect. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sorry. The next one's gonna be better. I have like 3 cameras set up. I'm just waiting on a case for a screen.
No. Tipped over that way.
Yeah.
Didn't even
the
have...
way you didn't have it secured?
The not picture of the ceiling.
It was not a picture of the ceiling. It was a picture of the countertop. A very close picture of the countertop.
You are not good at kneading.
Not starting out. You know, I don't need your attitude.
Drives me nuts. That is not how you knead dough.
I'm just getting the moisture all the way through. Would you relax?
That's not how you knead.
You want to use palms and rotations. Every time you do that, spread it 45 degrees and away from you. Gosh.
That's not how you knead.
Everyone's a fucking critic.
You've taken ceramic classes, you know how to knead clay, which is the same as kneading bread.
He complains about critiques as he does this on the internet. Alright. Bring the corners in. We're gonna start rolling it a little bit.
Can I show them the proper way to knead dough?
Nope.
Stop doing that.
Because this needs a little bit more moisture. See how it's not like totally filling up? It's got little cracks in it. You want it to get kind of a peely, sticky texture.
It'd work better if you actually kneaded it right.
Worked fine for the last batch. Of course, the last batch, I wasn't under so much criticism. It's starting to get nice and homogeneous, but the thing with pasta dough is it needs to rest. Well, really any kind of dough needs to rest for a little bit. So now we're at the consistency that we want, more or less. So need you over here for some saran wrap, my love. So now I'm folding the corners of a ball into the middle and kind of pinching it in with my other hand. Don't know if that's a good camera angle, but it's fine.
You know what?
I'm just like, I'm literally saying I don't know. Now, see, it's kind of sticky, but it's not sticking to my hand, and it's kind of wet and glossy. So now, like I said, this is good in your fridge for 3 days. So, nice, tight saran wrap. I'm just going to toss it in the fridge. That's good for 3 days. We're good there. Let's check what we got. The zucchinis are probably done. Okay. Wipe down your area. A little bit more messed up than I thought it was going to be, I'm going to be honest. And the last thing I'm going to do is for on top, we're just going to get some fresh parsley. Man, I hope you guys are enjoying the banter between me and my wife who loves me so much.
Buster says ravioli, ravioli, give me the formula.
Cookbook's coming. Just want to bunch it up. Now you could lay it end over end and chiffonade it. I'm not in the mood for that right now. This is a really good person. See, I'm using that same technique, but every time it starts rolling over my fingertips like that, I pull away. And now, I don't like this cutting board. You can always put a wet rag under a cutting board if it moves too much. I didn't do that.
Buster says not in the mood is just code for I don't know.
There's one chef I worked for, couldn't have any stems on it. You're just gonna lay this one on top of the other. I showed you how to do this with the basil. And we're just gonna roll this up. Facing me rolling. Nice tight tube, same technique. And one. Boom. Awesome. Yep, okay. Making myself some room for some zucchini that I made for my sister. I'm probably not going to get copyright stricken for that, am I?
I don't know.
You know what? Once these cool off a little bit, probably be alright. I don't think they're going to maintain their shape. Still a little moist. I'm going to crisp it up with that Parmesan. And that'll be a nice golden brown. That doesn't take too long. So, heavy whipping cream. I use a lot of heavy whipping cream. I like making my own Alfredo sauce. So we actually bag ours and freeze it. Sounds weird. I know. It is weird. I know. It is also delicious. That one might have separated a little bit, but it'll be alright. Okay. This is roaring hot. I'm going to lower it a little bit. This is a non-stick pan. We need our cheeses. We need our mice in place. And our Cajun seasoning, which is brand new, so we should probably take the finger off it before I get too far ahead. So. Yeah. Perfect pitch Cajun seasoning. It's not as hot as you think it is. If it does get too hot for you, add sugar. Let's see what we got here. That pan is way too hot.
It's burning.
Well, good thing I'm doing dishes. Backup plate.
Made a mess on the floor.
What?
Can you stop walking on it?
I'm gonna add about half this bag of Italian seasoning to it. I cook from the heart. I'm just going to kind of coat the top of everything here with that Cajun seasoning. It's going to give it a nice orange color. While that's heating, we're grabbing the fond, the juices that we cooked into. We're just going to stir. So it's a nice mixture. And that down to a medium.
Your Italian seasoning looks very cheesy.
My Italian cheese?
You said seasoning.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's got Italian seasoning in it. Gonna let that work.
Can you please wipe up the floor before you step in it some more?
Just gonna let that go. These are perfect. Cooked all the way through, nice and oven baked. Got a solid. It could be a little bit more golden brown on the top, but I'm not mad at it. Because I'm not mad at anything I make. Because I made it. These. And I'll get the to-go plating ready as well. The to-go plating doesn't really matter all that much.
Okay, we need to start asking for the Tupperware back too.
True. Very true. Feel free to donate so we can buy more Tupperware because it doesn't get returned. Alright, plating. Heat off. Spoon. Nice glass. You know what? Just a layer on the bottom. Coming in hot. We're gonna use the rest of that still, don't worry. Boom, tongs. Gotta make sure they work. Probably just 2 of these big ones right enough for us.
Yeah.
Mexican have 3. Of the shittier ones.
What's going in?
What's that?
What's going in the other one? Is that the zucchini one?
Yeah, it's gonna be for Katie.
Okay.
I knew that one was gonna get a little funky. Now, these are hot. Oop. Touches it anyway. I don't know why I was fucking with that for so long. Just coat over that with everything. Good. Presentation purposes, I'm going to push him in a little bit more. And there you go. Oven baked raviolis. In about 45 minutes. Well, takes longer. I'll get the zucchini chips I'll let you know in Discord how those taste. It actually takes like an hour and 45 minutes because the dough needs to rest for an hour. But other than that, that's that. Godspeed, God bless. And don't panic. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your mama say hi. You ended it, right?